now for the next full hour, The Guiding Light.
Here we are.
Oh, I thought we'd just have an informal buffet. The dining room seems so cold for breakfast.
It's delightful. Now, where do you want the juice?
Oh, anywhere's fine.
Okay. Oh, and Eve said to tell her before Mike Bowers gets here, she doesn't want to start eggs before we're all ready.
Oh, that's fine. Why don't you pour yourself a cup of coffee?
Right. Would you like some?
No, no, thanks.
Good morning.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Morning paper come yet?
Yeah, it's right over here on the table.
Thank you. Did you look at the real estate section?
No, Alan, I didn't. Not yet.
We won't be imposing on you much longer, Jackie. I keep saying that, don't I? But I mean it. Elizabeth is going to find us a house to lease.
Well, now, in the first place, you're not imposing. And in the second place, it might take a while to find a house.
Well, I've given her 3 days. That ought to be enough time, don't you think?
3 days, Alan.
When Alan wants something, he wants it yesterday.
It's just that I have the utmost confidence in you, darling. You know, Elizabeth can really be very efficient when she puts her mind to it.
Yes, well, I'm sure she can. Listen, if you're planning to take a house in Springfield, does that mean you're thinking of staying?
Well, didn't she tell you?
No.
Well, we discussed it, and we decided that we'd probably be here approximately a year.
Oh.
That ought to give me enough time to get my development underway.
A year? Oh, that's wonderful. Well, if you're going to be building an industrial park, then you might need more than a year.
Well, I'm not going to build it with my own 2 hands.
Of course not. Oh, did I tell you, Alan, that I invited Mike Bauer over for breakfast as well?
Oh, well, that's nice. Although he did do me out of a couple of kopecks a year or 2 ago.
Oh, that's right. Elizabeth told me.
She did?
Yes, but it was nothing personal.
Oh, well, no, I didn't mean that. I just didn't think she was that aware of it.
Well, I certainly didn't remember any of the details, but I did remember that Mr. Bauer was on the other side of a legal battle.
Yes, and won. Although I don't hold it against him. It was nothing personal. Well, the market seems to be doing about the same, which means it isn't being very good to me.
I can't believe it. I should have bought some flowers yesterday. Look at this table.
Well, there are some out in the terrace.
That's right, there's some chrysanthemums.
Shall I cut them for the table?
No, you don't have to. I can do it or
No, let me, Jackie. I'd love to.
Okay, the cutting shears are out there.
Fine.
Oh, there's Mike.
Morning.
Good morning, Counselor.
How are you?
Oh, just great. Come in. I want you to meet Alan Spaulding. But I think you two have already met, from what I understand.
Yes, we did, but unfortunately it was under less pleasant circumstances. I think we ought to start all over.
I'm for that. Nice to see you.
Oh, congratulations, by the way. I understand you were honored by the Chamber of Commerce the other night.
Well, I wonder where you found that out.
Oh.
Oh, you have a very good press agent.
Self-appointed.
Uh-huh.
Listen, breakfast is almost ready, so why don't you noisy men take your seats?
Okay.
Mike, why don't you sit here?
Where do you want me?
And Alan, right straight across from you. How's that? Now, could I get you some coffee first?
Oh, yes, need some. Thank you.
Okay, Alan?
Please, yes, a warm-up. Oh, you should have worn a coat out there.
It's only a bit brisk. Oh, hello, Mr. Bauer.
Elizabeth, nice to see you again. The cut of flowers the day before Thanksgiving?
Yes. The last of the season, I'm afraid. Oh, Jackie, I almost left one on the terrace. It looked so lonely, I thought it might be better off with the others after all.
Oh, I'm glad you got them all.
Yes. Felt like I was cutting the last rose of summer.
Well, there's a rosiness in your cheeks, if you pardon the pun.
Oh. Well, perhaps I should have worn the coat after all. If you'll excuse me, I'll put these in a vase for the table.
Listen, tell Eve she can go ahead and start the eggs.
Yes, all right.
Now, how about some orange juice, gentlemen?
Good idea.
Fine.
Okay.
Understand you're here in Springfield on business.
Yes. In fact, it involves that property we fought over a few years ago. That part of it that you let me keep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been investigating the possibility of turning it into an industrial park.
Oh, I see.
I expect to be up to my eyeballs in environmental impact studies and supervisorial and planning commissions and building codes for the next few months.
Yes, I expect you will be. So, you plan to stay in Springfield then for a while, huh?
Oh, yes, I do. By the way, you don't happen to know of a nicely furnished house I might be able to lease for a year or so, do you?
No, I can't say that I can think of anything offhand.
No. Well, I'll leave that to Elizabeth. That's her job. I usually try to stick to business and let her handle domestic matters. Oh, but do you know of a health club or gym?
What kind of facilities do you have in mind?
Well, something I can use daily. Indoor track for the winter, little handball, fencing, tennis in the summer.
Sounds like the athletic club. As a matter of fact, you're welcome to come down as my guest sometime and try the facilities out.
Oh, that's very generous of you.
I, done a little fencing myself.
Oh, yeah?
Take you on sometime.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. Are you as good on the fencing mat as you are in the courtroom?
I don't think I give you much problem. So, sounds like quite a project you've undertaken here.
Well, from my preliminary studies, I think it's something that Springfield is ripe for. I'll probably need some legal advice. I may want to talk to you between fencing matches.
Well, it might spoil my concentration. I don't know, you might put me off guard.
You turning me down as a client?
I didn't know that's what you had in mind. But I'm got a pretty full client list. I'm not out looking for clients right now, anyway.
Well, I'll take you up on the fencing anyway.
You're on.
Terrific.
Well, good morning, Mrs. Bauer.
Oh, Dr. Marler, hello. How are you?
Just fine, thank you. Yourself?
Well, I'm just fine, thank you.
You know, the last time I saw you, you were walking on air.
Well, to tell you the truth, I still am.
Well, stay up there as long as you can.
Yes, I will.
Do you mind if I join you?
Oh, please, I wish you would.
I'm not interrupting your work, am I?
Oh, no, it's all right. I'm just copying a letter that one of the patients dictated to me, that's all.
Have you seen Sarah this morning?
No.
Well, I just wondered.
You two have been seeing quite a bit of each other lately, haven't you?
Yes, whenever we can manage it.
Yes. Well, that must be very nice for both of you.
Well, we're renewing an old acquaintanceship.
Yes, I know you went to medical school together, didn't you?
Sarah told you.
Oh, yes.
She was the first girl that I was ever really serious about.
Oh.
Had good taste, didn't I?
You certainly did.
You know, she tells me that you two have been friends for quite some time.
Oh, yes. Yes, I guess from the time that Sarah first came here to Springfield.
She values your friendship very much.
Well, she certainly means a great deal to me. She's like a member of the family.
Yes, I know. You've seen her through some very difficult times.
Well, she did the same for me. You know, she has more courage and strength than almost anyone I know.
Do you know that I think that you're as big a fan of Sarah's as I am?
You're absolutely right.
Cheers.
So you better call John Kindred and tell him about the change and tell him I'll be in touch with him as soon as I have some more information, okay?
All right. What about Mrs. Mann?
Well, you can tell her the codicil should be ready by the end of the day, and ask if I can stop by after work.
All right, all right.
Is there anything else?
I don't think so. No, that should be all right for now, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you need to reach me, I'll be at Jackie Mahler's.
All morning?
Yeah.
Want some
Well,
orange juice?
no, but at least till you hear from me again.
Orange juice.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. What?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That wasn't for you. I may stop at the county clerk's office on the way back, so don't expect me for a while.
Okay.
I just want to see if there isn't more information on the title of that deed you're typing. So, hold up on that for a while, would you?
All right.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Right. Thank you.
Sure, fine. Thank you.
It's really turning beautiful out. She didn't have to go to work.
Oh, Adam, come on in.
Hello, Holly.
Hi. Every time there's a knock on the door, I think it's Roger.
Has he been here?
Is he in town?
I don't know. I thought you might have heard something.
No, nothing.
Well, how's Christina?
Oh, she's fine. She's over at the house helping the cleaning lady.
Well, that's good.
Good. You want to sit down?
Well, just for a minute.
There's some coffee on you, want?
Oh, no thanks, Holly. Holly, you know, I'm getting a bit worried about Roger.
You have no idea where he is.
Well, by his letters, I assumed that he was coming right to Springfield. So far, I haven't heard a word, not a phone call. I don't know where he is.
It is strange.
You don't suppose he could have come to see Christina while you and your mother were out?
No, we haven't had a sitter. One of us has been with her all the time.
Well, then I can't imagine where he is.
Do you think Peggy's made any difference, her being here?
How do you mean?
Well, since they couldn't work it out, maybe he's staying away till she leaves.
Well, I suppose that could be. Oh, you know, Billy's back.
Oh, Billy, too.
Yes. Ed's going to make the arrangements for Peggy and Billy to be together.
Oh, that's nice. Thoughtful of him.
That's a funny thing, Holly. I just don't know what Roger is doing. I mean, I don't know what's on his mind. I don't know where he is. I'd just like to be sure that he's all right.
Yeah. Look, I'm sure he's going to get in touch with you soon.
Yes, I certainly hope so. And maybe tomorrow. It is Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Holly, I think some of your towels are really ready for the bag. Adam, I didn't know you were here.
Oh, that's all right, Barbara.
I didn't see your car.
Well, I left it out front.
I just came to bring the laundry.
Well, I really have to get back to work anyhow. It's a little late.
Well, thanks for coming by. And if I hear anything, I'll let you know.
Thanks, Holly. You both have a nice weekend, hmm?
Maybe I'll see you at the hospital later.
Yeah, right. Have a nice Thanksgiving, Barbara.
Thank you. You too.
Goodbye.
Bye, Adam. I wonder what Adam's going to do for Thanksgiving.
I don't know.
I guess he'll be alone.
He has friends?
Without Roger, he doesn't have any family. Except,
Except Christina.
yeah, his grandchild. A grandchild he can't acknowledge.
Holly, are you suggesting that I ask him for Thanksgiving dinner?
The thought crossed my mind, yes.
Do you want me to ask Roger, too?
Mother, don't...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know better than that. I guess you're really just wondering why Adam and I can't solve our differences, hmm?
Hey, you know, I was thinking of calling Bert and asking her if maybe I could bring Christina over tomorrow after dinner. Is that all right with you?
Well, you know, I think that's a wonderful idea.
Well, I'm not really sure about it. It's a family day, you know.
Well, that's all the more reason why you should be there.
Yes, but I don't want to intrude.
Well, I don't think you'd be intruding.
Peggy's there.
Well, darling, I really don't see what difference that makes. I mean, I know Bert would just love to see your granddaughter, especially on Thanksgiving.
Yes, she would.
Mm-hmm.
She does love her.
And I know Ed would like to see her, too. So why don't you call Bert right now?
Well, I'll see her at the hospital later.
You know what I'm afraid of? If you wait too long, you're going to get cold feet.
No, I'll just think it through a little more, I think.
Don't think too much, Holly. Your first instinct was right. I think it's about time you took some initiative.
See the point on it? That's an Indian arrowhead.
A real one?
Yeah. I found it when I was digging holes in the back for new shrubbery.
Were there Indians here?
Well, I bet there were. I mean, our house is on a hill here. I bet they camped here. In fact, you know what? I bet they even lived here. Would you like it?
To keep?
Yeah, for your very own.
Really?
Really? Here. There you go.
Gee, thanks.
Oh, anytime.
Mom, is it okay?
Yes, darling, it's okay.
Boy, do you think there could be more out there?
Yeah, I think maybe so.
I'm gonna go show Nanny.
Okay, I bet she has your lunch ready, too.
Okay, see you later.
See you later.
That will become one of his prized possessions.
Oh, I hope so.
He's really very, very interested in American history.
Yeah, I can tell.
You know what? I think this is the first November we've been in this country since he was a little boy.
No. Well, we'll just have to make it a very special Thanksgiving for him. In fact, I was going to take him flying kites. Oh, I haven't done that in ages.
Oh, Lord, that sounds like so much fun. Yeah. And you can bet he'll ask you if the Indians flew kites on Thanksgiving.
Well, maybe I'll tell him that the Pilgrims taught the Indians how to fly kites on Thanksgiving.
You do, and you're in trouble with his tutor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well. Does Alan teach him things?
Oh, yes. He leaves the formal education to the tutor, but he enjoys playing father.
Playing father.
That's what I said, isn't it? No, I meant being father. Having a child's done a lot for Alan. It's done a lot for me. In fact, having a child is a lot for marriage.
Does it?
It gives a focus.
Well, do you think you'll enjoy staying in Springfield?
Oh, yes. Yes, although a year isn't exactly settling, is it?
No, I guess not. I guess that was just wishful thinking. I just hope you like it well enough to stay here.
Oh, well, maybe we will. Although we always seem to go wherever Alan's business takes us. Feels very good to know where I'm going to be for the next year.
Yeah, I imagine so.
It's going to be different. And I will enjoy being out of the limelight for a while.
Oh, you don't know. You might miss it.
No, I won't. I won't miss having to play up to the image of Mrs. Ellen Spaulding. That's a full-time occupation, you know.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, you'll certainly have time to yourself here.
Yes, and I am going to enjoy it.
Hey, what? You could get back to your photography you were talking about.
Jackie, I forgot to show you the pictures from Madrid. Oh, and I haven't showed these to Alan. He probably will not approve.
Approve? Approve of what?
Oh, who knows?
Oh, my, Elizabeth, look at these. They're wonderful. You're quite good.
That's one of my favorites.
Oh.
It's a study in contrasts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you caught Philip just right.
There's quite a few of him.
Oh, yes. Oh, now that's it. That's it.
That was taken in Puerto del Sol.
Oh. Elizabeth, do you think I could have one? Or at least make a copy of one?
Of course. Take your pick.
Really?
Of course, anyone.
How sweet of you.
Oh, Jackie, that's the least I could do. You're so good to Philip, and he just adores you.
Well, I adore him, too.
Yes, but you have a way with him. It's beautiful to see.
Well, I guess it's because that I, never had a child of my own. Philip. What a dear boy, Philip.
Justin, for heaven's sake, this was your third surgery today.
Which means absolutely nothing. There's many a times where I've done 4 in a day.
Yeah, but these things happen. I mean, how could you anticipate there was going to be trouble?
Yeah, well, maybe I should have.
What do you mean?
Look, I knew there was a chance that his blood pressure could drop.
All right, you also knew that the surgery was necessary, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought we could pull it off.
Okay, well, so this time you didn't. I mean, the patient is still alive, and when his condition stabilizes, you'll be able to try again.
You're right.
I know I am. Now, look, let's just take a break and go in and have a cup of coffee, all right?
Okay. I just don't understand it. I talked to Hewitt before we took him up to surgery. I don't know, he seemed very reluctant. He'd gotten a second opinion and that he should wait. And I talked him out of it, and, well, as a result, I put him through some unnecessary pain.
You used your best judgment, right?
It was a close call in there, Sarah. A very close call. I was wrong.
You used your best judgment, and that's all that any of us can ever do.
Well, you're right, as usual.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's right. I don't know. I don't know. No surgery. I'll probably keep a close eye on Hewitt.
How would you like to come over to my house and do a little surgery on a turkey?
I don't have to worry about his blood pressure, do I?
No.
Well, you're on.
Okay.
Except.
Except what?
How is TJ gonna feel?
TJ suggested it.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Oh, come on.
I'll tell you exactly how it happened. TJ said that he figured we probably wouldn't be having our usual Thanksgiving dinner this year, and I said, why not? And he said, because it was just going to be the two of us. And I said I didn't see why that should stop us, that we were going to have our usual turkey dinner with the trimmings and the whole works, just as if Joe were going to be with us. And TJ said that since we were going to go to all that trouble, it might be a good idea to invite somebody over to join us who was alone. And I asked him who he might suggest. And he said Dr. Marler.
Well, how about that?
So, will you come?
Are you kidding? Try to stop me.
What kind of pie do you like?
Oh, any kind of pie.
No. What's your favorite?
Chocolate cream.
I should have known.
All right, seriously. Thanksgiving, around this time of year, my favorite pie, mincemeat.
Okay, mincemeat. And TJ's favorite is apple, so we will have one mincemeat and one apple.
What's Sarah's?
Well, actually, my favorite is pumpkin, but under the circumstances, I think I can forgo the pleasure.
Well, now that hardly seems fair.
No, because actually, my second favorite is a toss-up between mincemeat and apple. So I'll be fat and happy.
That's funny, you know, my second favorite's pumpkin.
Oh, come on, it is not.
How are you going to do all this and keep your job?
Take the weekend off to recuperate.
Oh, I see. Well, you know, like they say, that's a lot of work no matter how you cut it.
Now, nonsense. I mean, I'm going to make the pies and the cranberry sauce tonight, and then I'll make the turkey tomorrow. And I hate to disillusion you, but making a turkey is one of the simplest things that you can do.
Oh, yeah? Well, can I watch you do this? I mean, you make it sound easy, but...
You can help me make the pies tonight.
Tonight? Well, listen, this sounds terrific.
So I did want to give you a little background on him before he gets here.
Yes, of course.
Oh, you did reserve enough time to give him a complete physical this afternoon?
Yes, absolutely, no problem.
Oh, good. Well, I'll handle whatever cardiac problems there may be, but I want you to take care of his general health.
Fine, good. Now, you say that he had an atrial fibrillation problem a few years ago?
That's right. I operated on him at my clinic in Chicago.
Right, and has there been a recurrence since then?
Not that I know of. Oh, he did say that he wasn't feeling well shortly before he left New York.
Did he see a doctor?
Well, there was an examination of sorts, but I don't think anything was turned up.
I see. Well, I'll have to talk to him about that.
Sarah, there is one thing I think I should impress on you.
Yes.
Well, he has his own ideas about the way things should be run.
Even about his own medical care?
Right.
Oh. Well, I'm sure that you didn't allow him to tell you how to take care of him.
No, I didn't, but...
Well, I don't intend to either.
Good. He knows the ground rules with me, but not with you. You have to be firm.
I will be a rock.
Ah, good.
Yes. Mr. Alan Spaulding. Fine. Have him come right in. He's very punctual. You have to give him that much.
Yes, he likes being on schedule.
Hello, Emmett.
Alan.
Secretary told me to come directly here.
Yes, I wanted you to see Dr. McIntyre first. Sarah, this is Alan Spaulding. Alan, Dr. Sarah McIntyre.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Yes, I've asked her to be your internist. She's extremely thorough and highly competent.
Oh, well, fine. I certainly accept your judgment on that without any questions. I've never had a woman doctor before. Oh, well, don't worry, it doesn't bother me. As long as you're thorough and competent, that's all that's really important to me.
Well, then we should get on very nicely.
Now, shall we make an appointment for whatever tests you think are necessary? X-rays, jabbings, whatever. I'm afraid I don't have time today.
Don't have any time? Alan, I told you I was arranging a complete examination today.
Yes, but unfortunately, I've made some business appointments for this afternoon.
Then I suggest you cancel them.
What about tomorrow, Dr. McIntyre?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, Alan, there must be some misunderstanding. I didn't expect you just to drop in for a minute and walk out. We made an appointment for a complete physical, and that takes more than 5 minutes.
What about Friday, Dr. McIntyre?
I'm taking Friday off.
Well, do you have any time next week?
Alan, Dr. McIntyre and I have reserved time for you today. Now.
Now?
Yes. And if you don't want to use it, there are plenty of other doctors here in Springfield that I'm sure would be happy to take care of you.
May I use your phone, Dr. McIntyre?
Certainly.
Dial 9 for an outside line.
9.
Hi, I've had a change of plans. Cancel my lunch date with Harrison and Company. Make it for early next week. I don't care. Change it. Well, I'm not sure. Well, you'll see me when I get there. Right. Bye. All right, Dr. McIntyre. I'm all yours.
Well, what's the verdict, Doc?
Sit down, please.
Uh-oh. Doesn't sound good.
I'll be with you in just a minute. All right. I find nothing to be concerned about so far. You seem to be in very good health, as far as I can tell. We don't have the lab reports yet, of course, but your examination shows nothing abnormal. I would think that since you've had a problem before, that Dr. Scott would want you to have a treadmill test.
Oh, I'll feel right at home on a treadmill.
Ah. Your pulse is quite low.
Is that bad?
No, it's good. I just found it surprising.
Well, I exercise a lot.
Oh, I see. Well, that would explain it.
But that's off the record. Don't tell Dr. Scott.
I think that you ought to tell him. I'm sure that he'll encourage you if you're not overdoing, but if you are, then perhaps you should stop.
Can't we have any secrets from Emmett?
Not if it has anything to do with your cardiac situation.
I've never seen anyone try so hard not to smile. You obviously take your work very seriously.
Don't you?
Oh, yes, of course I do, but well, I can usually find time out for a laugh now and then.
So do I, when there's something funny. Now, the next thing that we have to do is get you some blood tests. And before you object, let me say that it's got to be done. And you will save a lot of time and trouble if you go down to the lab right now.
Well, who said I was going to object?
No one.
You're not taking any chances, though, are you?
All right, now. I filled out this form, and I would like you to give that to the lab supervisor.
Should have seen Michael's face, Holly. He couldn't believe his ears. You see, I thought that he would have guessed something by the time they made the announcement, but he was completely surprised.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, I really wish you could have been there.
Yeah.
I don't see you really nearly enough. You or Christina. How is she?
Oh, she's fine.
You want some coffee, dear?
Yes, please. You know, she's talking so much more now since she's been going to preschool.
She is.
Yeah. She was talking about you the other day.
She was?
Yes. Remember that yellow sweater you gave her with the little yellow duck here?
Oh, sure. Of course I remember it.
Well, she was putting it on, and she said this was from my other grandma, Grandma Bauer.
She remembered that I gave it to her? That was a long time ago.
Well, I reminded her from time to time. But she's been putting things together.
I see. I'm so anxious to see her. Why don't we set a date right now for next week? Could you bring her over to my house?
Oh, I would love it. Actually, I was wondering about tomorrow, after dinner, how that would be. I thought it would be so nice for her to be with the family on Thanksgiving.
Oh, Holly, of course, and not after dinner. You both come for dinner and bring Barbara, too. It'd be wonderful to have the three of you.
Oh, no, thanks so much. But Barbara's planned dinner for the three of us.
Oh. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I usually do, but I guess I had so much on my mind with the to-do about the banquet and Michael getting the award and then Peggy visiting.
Oh, you know, Rita, I feel so much part of the family, I didn't even hesitate to ask, but we won't stay long. I know you have a house full. But it would just give her so much a sense of the family to be with everyone.
Of course it will. And how can we celebrate without the youngest Bauer there?
Right.
Having you and Christina there will make it a perfect Thanksgiving.
Lucked out. Finally was able to help TJ with some of his math homework. Have you been having fun down here all by yourself?
Why, yes, I have, but I'm going to have even more fun now that you're here.
Did you stir the cranberry sauce?
I forgot. I'm never gonna make it as a cook.
That's all right. I will do it.
How many more of these apples am I going to have to peel?
I think that ought to be enough. Just slice that one up and I'll make the crust.
Does TJ need any more help upstairs?
You'd rather be up there helping him, right?
Oh, no, it's just I don't want to miss an opportunity to get TJ to appreciate me a little more.
You're making an apple pie. He'll appreciate you. I mean, I told you it's his favorite.
Wait a minute, I'm going to do this whole thing myself.
Sure, there's nothing to it. Just slice up the apples.
You know, this is our first Thanksgiving together.
Yeah, I guess so. I hope you're gonna like the mincemeat. It's Bert's recipe because I don't make pies too often.
Is that music all right? We can change the stations if you like.
No, it's fine. Could you hand me one of those pie plates?
Sure. Don't you love it?
Charming.
All right, here we go.
Thank you. How are those apples coming?
Well, I'm slicing up the last one right now.
Terrific. Okay, well, why don't you dump the water out and you just bring them over and I'll show you what to do with them.
All right. Pardon my fingers.
Yeah. Good. I want to taste one. Let me just see. Not as tart as I like them.
Well, you'll have to speak to someone else about that.
You just add a little lemon juice there. Mix in that cinnamon mixture, and I'll get some lemon.
Just like this?
Yep. Let me just put some lemon juice in. Okay. Just make sure that all the apples get coated.
Like this?
Yep.
Now what?
Now you put it in the pie plate. Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Just a minute.
Ah.
I forgot the crust.
And crust always
You
helps.
can't have a pie without it. Okay.
Okay.
Now put it in.
I thought you knew all about this. All right.
Fooled you, didn't I?
Just dump it in.
Just dump it in. Don't be afraid. Go right ahead.
All right. Well, this is very exciting, you know. This is the big moment. Oh, no. Look at this. See, I've made too much.
No. It's supposed to be piled up because when it cooks, it shrinks.
Now, we just put it in the oven just like that?
No, I have to make a lattice top.
A lattice top. That's exactly what I would have done.
Yeah.
Were your ears burning this morning?
No, why? Should they have been?
Well, I met Mrs. Bauer in the staff room.
Oh, that's so.
Oh, we had a conversation. Somehow it got around to the subject of Sarah McIntyre.
Really?
I agree with her.
About what?
That you're a very remarkable woman.
Would you please stir the cranberry sauce?
In a minute. I'll go down there and stir the cranberry sauce.
Good thinking. Did she say how long Peggy is planning on staying here?
Will you stop changing the subject every time I want to tell you how wonderful you are?
Well, I guess I better, because it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to stop you.
You know, since I've been in Springfield, I've got a chance to see a number of sides of you. I mean, what a good doctor you are, what a devoted mother, what a very good friend you are to a number of people in this town. And here you are, after a long day at the hospital, preparing this Thanksgiving dinner with a lot of tender, loving care. Sarah, you're absolutely beautiful. How can one woman be all those things?
Justin,
What? What are you afraid of?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid that I don't mean the things I'm saying?
No.
Will you put the pie down for just 1 minute and turn around and look at me? I love you. You know that, don't you?
I guess so.
Maybe what you don't know is that I want to marry you very much. I want to marry you very much, Sarah.
This has been The Guiding Light. Fashions provided by John Lynch for Mary Martin and Hearsay. This has been The Guiding Light.